How does Peter Drucker hire? Peter Ferdinand Drucker, an Australian-born American management consultant, educator, and an author whose work contributed to the intellectual and practical underpinning of the contemporary corporate company. In addition to being a pioneer in the creation of management education, he also created the notion of management by goals. In this episode, we will talk about Peter Drucker's journey and the unique culture that he creates for his employees. For more episodes, please subscribe and like our channel and press the bell icon for notifications.
Skills one can acquire, values no. And the people are seen or really unhappy or in a position where the values of the organization don't fit them.
Drucker was very concerned about the future of human civilization, since he has seen the emergence of Nazis in Germany in the 1930s, the rise and collapse of communism, and the issue with capitalism. He understood that money or financial incentives were not the true motivation for hard work. He provided several helpful recommendations on how organizations, partially the nonprofit sector, might enhance their operations to benefit people and society. Even though Drucker did not have all the answers and not all of his ideas have been adopted, he contributed significantly to developing a more peaceful and affluent global society. So now let's talk about how does Peter Drucker hire. Hiring someone entirely based on their technical ability, skills, and experience is a common practice that's often erroneous. Without a strong match, no matter how skilled or experienced an employee is without a strong match, they will abandon the ship or be made for walking the plank. Hiring for work and cultural fit is not challenging as it may seem. It all boils down to adhering to a specific procedure, how thoroughly you screen and interview candidates. Here are a few recruiting suggestions from Peter Drucker. Having a fantastic team of workers that are good match is essential for advancing your organization. And having a sensible and consistent recruiting process where you focus your attention on managing excellent workers rather than firing terrible ones and managing problematic employees before terminating them. Ultimately, it boils down to how much you are ready to spend in the recruiting process upfront. What does Peter Drucker recommend to look for in candidates? Consider the task carefully. The duration of the job description may be lengthy, yet duties consistently change. Consider the unique obstacles that this work presents at the present moment. Consider a variety of possibly qualified candidates. The number is the dominating word here. Formal credentials are required to be considered. Significantly, the individual and the task must complement one another. A leader should consider 3 to 5 competent applicants to make a sound judgment. Consider carefully how to evaluate these prospects. The primary question is not what can or cannot this candidate do. Instead, what are each candidate's skills and are they appropriate for the assignment? Discuss each applicant with many individuals who have worked with them. The judgment of a single individual is useless. We must consider what others have to say about the person. Ensure that the candidate understands the position. Failure to consider and assist others in assessing the requirement of how a new position in the most common cause of missed promotions. A new job necessitates recent conduct, new priorities, and new connections.
What the most important thing that has happened in China the last 3 to 5 years. And he thought about 5 seconds and then said that we now consider owning an automobile a necessity and not a luxury. That is what globalization means. It is not an economic event, it's a psychological phenomenon.
So what's like to work for Peter Drucker? The success secrets of Drucker may assist you in achieving a more fulfilling, meaningful, and diversified life and work. 7 suggestions for getting started. Focus on achievement, not money. Drucker made a crucial difference between success and wealth. He advised concentrating on accomplishments and seeing how your triumphs, both on and off work, help you and others. Drucker noted that this does not imply and you cannot or won't generate money, but pursuing wealth should play a secondary role. Make time for thinking. According to Drucker, thinking is difficult labor, and in our fast-paced environment, it is grossly undervalued. The objective, he said, is to take a break from your routine and reflect on where you are and where you're headed. Practice systematic abandonment. Drucker said people are productive because they say no. Because they say this is not for me, you can only create room for other productive endeavors, such as teaching, learning, or volunteering. Practice systematic abandonment by periodically stepping back to assess which of your current activities may be reduced or abolished. Volunteer your time and talent. Drucker saw volunteer as vital to the efficient running of society and as a fulfilling approach to ensure that work does not devour your life. Drucker's advice was straightforward: find an organization and cause in which you believe and begin to work. There are hundreds of volunteer opportunities available today. Become a mentor. There may be more to mentoring than just teaching someone the ropes inside a group or organization. It may contain broad professionals and life guidance, and as Drucker said, give substantial advantages for both the mentee and the mentor. If you have received advice from mentors, you should mentor others. If not, seek out mentoring and mentoring possibilities. Learn the art of leisure. Drucker remarked that loafing is simple, however, leisure is challenging. Work is essential, but it should not be your sole source of satisfaction. Find 1 or 2 outside interests that may provide you joy, happiness, and more incredible feeling of self-worth. Be the CEO of your personal life. Drucker saw self-management as a continual practice that requires self-awareness, reflection, and personal accountability. Effectively, he said, managing oneself requires each knowledge worker to think and act like a chief executive officer. Begin to see yourself as the CEO of your own life and career and accept responsibility for your own choices and actions. Know what you value, who you are, and who will you contribute to your workplace and the world. Lastly, take a big breath and do not expect everything to co-occur. Start where you are and take baby steps towards the ideal life.
Our job is to enable our students to learn, enable them to make knowledge effective in their own work and in their own organization.
Peter Drucker, Reflection on Company Culture. If you are concerned that your company culture is consuming its strategy, you must consider developing a new healthy workplace culture. Here are a few business techniques you may utilize to begin fostering a growth-oriented corporate culture. Ask questions. Carry out a survey and encourage your employees to be open and honest about the facets of the company that they would change. Inquire about their goals and aspirations for the years to come and do your best to accommodate their preferred career path with the context of the company overreaching goals. Develop a solid vision. Your workers must know the company future direction and how their job contributes to that direction. You are cultivating an effective culture if your business lacks a distinct vision, well-defined values, and a sense of direction, and you should celebrate your accomplishment along the way. If you demonstrate that, all short-term victories contribute to the realization of your long-term vision. Your employees will embrace your culture that instills in them a sense of passion and enthusiasm for your aims. After explaining the steps and the approach of Peter Drucker, you hope you have some ideas of how to hire suitable candidates. That's all for today's episode. If you have any questions, please write it in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and give this episode a thumbs up. It will allow the algorithm to promote our channel. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next episode.